Going on? It is cold this morning. I'm gonna let the time go. You already know how that go. Just look at that beautiful view, spark the L, smoke a little bit. I'm gonna try to retract blowing L's every time because I ain't that rich. And every time I'm blowing L's, smoking stogies, just going through. I try to limit at least one stove and just half a L. But if you see how I really smoke, nigga, I clips, smoke, take like 4 hits, clip it, clip, clip, clip. But what up, folk? How everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day. I'm just gonna come on for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got like about 30%. Got the jewel out. I got the jewelry cleaner, so you might see a little shininess. Got the earrings off. You know what I'm saying? Gonna throw them shits in the jewelry cleaner. What up, folk? What up, everybody? We chilling. We in the building. It's early morning. But yo, everywhere I'm going, I posted that video. Please blow up that video with my LaMelo Ball. Everywhere I go now, LaMelo, LaMelo. Yo, just 2 weeks ago, niggas was hating him. Yo, he fundamentally don't know how to play. He's erratic. Da da da. This and the third. Now they are on an 8-9 game. They're going about to get like a 15 game win streak. And watch on the Johnson. I was like, yo, what the hell? Y'all niggas was just hating these niggas 2 days ago. Whatever. It's the way of the world. But I've been telling people about Ja, Melo. Like these players if Ja gets into a better team or just a team he's just, he digs, watch that man play wild better. Ja Morant even said that he ain't gonna be doing crazy dunks because common folk don't know when you dunk. So basically, in West Fourth, there used to be this gym. It's called Chelsea Piers, right? If you don't know, you know. But Chelsea Piers and Manhattan, Lower East Side, around there, by the water though, by the Hudson. But long story short, you go to Chelsea Piers, and they used to have a section of rims that were a little lower. So niggas, you know what I'm saying, just a little lower, so niggas could play and dunk them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you don't know, every time you dunk, you hurt your fucking this right here, bang. You know what I'm saying? A lot of NBA players be like fucking up their wrist and shit. Hi, what up? What up? How do you say that? Kinsley, Kinsley, what up, Kinsley B? There she go. What up, Nene? Good morning, cuz. What's good? Chilling, chilling, man. Hope you doing good. Carlo, como está, primo? Yo, thumbs up, y'all. We in the fucking building, y'all. Blowing this L, talking our shit. I hope everybody doing well. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that be jumping in my fucking chat and my channel and my fucking, stream, whatever you want to call this. But what up, Carlo? Como está, primo? Christy! Nene! What up, y'all? What up, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. And we are going to talk our random. You too, Carlo. I hope everybody has a blessed day. That's a good person to have. Welcome, Carlo, to my page. Like and subscribe. If you sub to me, I'm going to sub to you. And I already feel your energy. You good peoples. Thank you, Carlo. ¿Cómo está, primo? I hope you and the familia está bueno, tú sabes. But what up, everybody? Nene, how you here, Christy? Yo, I'm glad you feeling better. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? I'm a morning person, so I'm up. I appreciate you, Kinsley. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Woke up good. Dropped the wife off to work. I know it's a Saturday, but she stayed fucking grinding. And I'm just, choking this little Elski. Damn. Damn. It's all good, Carl. Yo, the fact that you suck. Yo, people. Yo, Kinsley and Carlo, thank you for rocking for with my channel. I appreciate you. I'm gonna open the door, welcome you guys in. Sit down on my couch. Here's some coffee. Here's some tea. Here's some soda. Here's some juice. Here's some water. Whatever you drink, we in here. We're gonna talk our shit, and we just blessed. You know what I mean? I'm just giving positivity, great vibes, and what makes me happy is my numbers are up, and then you guys give me thumbs. That makes me so happy. So I appreciate you guys. Here's a heart for y'all, and live. You know what I mean? Yo, Nene. And we was yesterday we were talking our shit, Nene. Me, you, Christy, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe the day before, because yesterday I think it was just me and Chris. But yeah, man, we were talking our shit, Nene. Like, you know how some, channels are always attacking current events or whatever's going on. I'm just trying to enlighten everybody that the world is it is beautiful. You got to see that side of the coin though, half glass full, not empty, y'all. But it's what you make it, and manifestation is so real, so real. I manifested where I'm at, what I'm doing today, who I'm with. I'm in love, I'm happy, I'm like, I'm one of those, like, so it's great to be alive. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, you always there. Who you voting for in the phone this Sundays? Yo, Carlo, I got the Seahawks. No, in fact, I'm switching it. I got the Patriots because that's East Coast. I was going for the Seahawks because the Patriots, they've been in there, they got their rings, but so has the Seahawks. So I'm going for the Patriots. I want Diggs to turn his year around and get that ring. But shout out everybody, man. East Coast, that's a fact. It's fun. It's not funny, but East Coast is cold, ain't it? Ain't the East Coast cold? East Coast be having their weather. And I remember when I was a little kid, it felt like in like February, March, it started getting better. Now it feels like April, May-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like it keeps getting pushed. I don't know what's going on. You're right. You're right. I got definitely stopped smoking. Adelina, I'm so sorry for that. Where you from? I'm Brooklyn, New York, East New York, born and raised. Moved to Carroll Gardens, lived some of my life in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, New York, and then I went all the way out here to California, West Coast, got married, and I'm happy. I'm just chilling. And now I actually have the tentative time, or just the time in general, just to concentrate on streaming. My mom's didn't get it, so I would be in the crib and she's banging on the door. You hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a good look. What up, Andrew? You know what's wild? Like Andrew, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? Carlo, I was playing tackle football and so I broke my arm. Damn, I'm still gonna play next season. Carlo, keep me posted, pa. I want to see how well you do. And I'm a pray that you're healing. Usually healing makes you shit stronger. You know that, right? So I pray you're healing and you heal well and you're just a stronger person for the next season. You know what I mean? Is it 10 degrees in Philly? It's 10 degrees in Philly. Aye, it's like 40 something right now. But back to the Cali thing. I think that's what you know it kind of messes things up because technically we're all from around, like I could even go I'm from Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? Because I'm Puerto Rican. But yeah, Brooklyn, New York, that's where I was raised, that's where I was born. But I've always traveled. Let's just say I love Southern hospitality. Like that's me. Like I was always like who's that person? What, not like networking with everybody, talking with everybody, but just like, when you get into basic conversations, you get to feel somebody. And I learned as a young lad that traveling and meeting different folk, you realize how the same we truly are, no matter East Coast, West Coast, Northern or Southern. You know what I mean? Remember, they separated us via states, but this is one country. You know what I mean? Like that's why it bugs me out a little bit, don't it, y'all? Like we're one country, but we always try to separate each other. But yeah, man, born and raised in Brooklyn. Now I'm in Cali, and I'm loving Cali. I'm not hating it. Uh, it's toned down. There's less clubs, less lounges. You can't walk anywhere, so you definitely need a vehicle. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm with my partner, I'm just happy. And I want you guys to see this shit go 10, 15, 20 years. I'm not going nowhere. I ain't going to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Dingling, staying in the pants. And just my, devotion and desire for her is going to stay strong. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. But shout out to everybody. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Random. Let's talk about it. What's going on? I heard my man J Hood got slapped up, beat up by D Block. Max B talking his shit. Max B and French Montana video went up to 20 mil. They number one on the Billboard. Sound listening scan. So hip hop is, shout out to Max Bigavell. He did 18 years, came home, and he's on top of the world. You know what I'm saying, per se. You know what I mean? But it's a wonderful thing, man. That's another thing I want to tell people. Like, if a man could come out of prison from doing 18 years, our little 2 month, little drought, little depression state, you know, we could get out of there. 5 degrees, man. Dang, Christy. Whoa. I hope you got your the sweater, the blankie. The 5-year old is in a tent. Those little houses we used to make and shit out of pillows and blankets. But damn, 60 degrees. What up, Kingsley? I hope every Carlo, air. I gotta go bless all y'all. Yo, Carlo, you have a great one, pa. Thanks for rocking with us. And yeah, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Thanks for rocking with me, man. Your energy was well received and needed. You know what I mean? I always like when people come in, say they just do, and then we get a feeling for that person. But like your vibes, man. Continue being you, man. Never change. You heard? Here's a heart for you. Have a great one, Carlo. But yeah, man, you gotta appreciate people. You first of all, let me tell you guys a secret. You never know what the next person, next female is going to offer your life, and it doesn't have to be in a sexual connotation. It doesn't have to be in using, like. No, it could be on some friendship shit. It could be on some longevity shit. Wouldn't it be beautiful if 10 years go by, we still know each other? Wouldn't it be beautiful if one day me, my wife, everybody linked up? Went like that's what I want to get to. I want to get to the reality of us. You know what I mean? I'm more of a let's bring back the world to the 90s, early to 90s, let's just say. And yo, another great thing these kids are doing. These kids are buying vinyl. What up, Chrissy? These kids are buying vinyl. They're going back to CDs. They're going back to tangible things you could touch, things you could own. Remember, they try to play us that old man was like, you gonna like what is going, and it feels that way, like, because obviously when you die, they don't throw clothes in there with you. They don't throw your jewelry or anything. They just bury you, and a lot of us get cremated. I want to go. I know this sounds crazy, and I'm talking ahead of my time, but they got this biodegradable tree that when you bury yourself, it grows into a tree, because we're nature. You know what I mean? Max is doing his thing. Yup. Everybody doing their thing. I appreciate. Damn, but -5 got me going. Good morning, Chrissy again. That would be awesome. It would, man. And yo, I'm not a talker. I hate people that talk and have empty dreams, empty goals. That's why you will never hear me say, I'm going to Dubai. And you know what I'm saying? I say what I say. Yo, I'm going to Huntington. I went to the Huntington. Yo, I'm still, with my wife. I'm still like, I try to keep, there was a thing back in the days that your word, like, was your ball, right? Like, your word was everything. That's all. Like, especially when, like, look, I'm not rich. We were considered middle class, but I still think we were poor. My mother met my dad, my stepfather, and you know what I'm saying. We just they built together basically. But uh yeah, I just want us to go back to, like, you know what I'm saying, just being us, being strong, and not like people be too much negative shit going on. I know they ain't hiring. We understand the game. They're gonna have to figure out something in America, aren't they? Right? Either uh the first country that has they pay us just to be living, and maybe if they did that, a lot of us could just excel in certain areas because a lot of us are smart individuals, but because you go to work, you come home tired, gotta take care of the kid, gotta cook dinner, gotta do something, you don't have time to really, you know, horn or just like zoom or just like, make your dreams become reality, let's just say, you know what I mean? So it's wild, man. But yeah, man, back in the days, all you had was your word, man. That always stuck to me. Your word is your bond. Your word, all I got is my word and my balls. They used to say, you know what I'm saying? God talk. But it's like you just gotta be there, gotta be alive, gotta, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us are gone, and we all know that. No longer on this earth, no longer could be, could talk or could. So it is scary, that scares me. I'm not gonna lie. Death does tinkle my brain a little bit, but the reality is you can't, you just gotta keep pushing, do the best you can on this earth, you know what I mean? My boy BZ hitting me. But yeah, man, I'm so sorry for this. I just want to finish this out. That's a fact. It don't. But that's why, yo, that same statement goes, that's why this generation is dealing with what they're dealing with. Because at least us, we listen to grandma, uncle, the stranger that just gave you gems in the street. You know what I mean? The homeless guy. Anybody we used to just have just an open ear to. I'm not saying, jack them off. You know what I mean? Random. But yeah, man. You are absolutely right. These kids aren't listening, but look how it's going for them. They crying. I haven't seen, you even got a movement that's like, don't pay your bills. Like, no, pay your bills. You wanted to, this is going to be a gem that everybody needs to take with them to the end of the day life. You know what I mean? If you can't afford it in cash, you can't afford it. That's it. And I'm not saying you can't buy something, that just means save for that item. But a lot of folk want the thing now. And now it's just a weird yo, I'm from you will buy that phone. Check this out, y'all. You will buy a phone, get the little booklet, you looking in it. Yo, what this does, all the features. Yo, by a week, maybe a month, it was just a phone. Like there's something about that new, the brand new feeling. Like you looking, oh, what's this do? But once it becomes just a regular item in your crib, that's all it is. It's like it loses its essence. So I want a lot of us to stop jumping into the Labubus, the iPhones. Just come out there. Your phone still works. And nowadays, your phone is so advanced that I don't even know why they're making any more phones. Besides maybe the battery difference or something, but long as this shit got a screen and you could go to YouTube, Facebook, and call 911, you good to go. It's not easy raising kids in this time either. Not at all. You can't beat their ass without getting locked up. They calling the cops on you. That's a factory, Chris. That is a fact. And then that we have respect. Yep, because everyone is worried about everyone else. That's a fact, man. Yo, I never seen a group or a generation so worried about your movements, like to the point of like, yo, you know what's happening? They're so concerned. Look, when they were 16, 17, they were like, look at these, look at Unc, look at, yeah, right? Like they were, yo, yeah, Now they 24, 25. They like, oh shit. Now they're waking up. Now they're crying. Now they're like, there's no jobs. Now they're like, no, there's jobs. You just got to go out and get them. No, there's jobs. Maybe instead of filling out an application, go to McDonald's and be like, yo, who's the manager? Can I talk to you? I really want to work, man. And that I don't lie. I don't have a computer in the crib. I can't do the resume joint or, I mean, application. You know what I'm saying? And have your resume in hand and show them the skills. A lot of people, a lot of jobs just want to see effort. Back in my day, that's what it was. You could, yo, on guard, you could go to the same business. Yo, you hiring? No. You hiring? No. You hiring? Yo, I like your tenacity or intensity, whatever that word is. I like your enthusiasm, right? Come on board. And they didn't use this is a family. No, they were like, yo, you're working in this job. Now every job you go to, they always be like, you're part of the family. I don't want to be part of the family. I just want to come into my job, work, and go home. I don't want to get caught up into the politics. That's another thing. The work politics are getting a little too crazy. Everybody sleeping with each other. So like, this is just nasty. What happened to going to work, and going home, y'all? I mean, not like my crew was not doing that, but you know what I mean. It's hard, bro. Sometimes things are just hard, and that's a fact, Cisco. I ain't gonna take that away. I ain't gonna take that away. But I also wanna, um, when hasn't it been hard, right? Because people gotta. I always bring this up. We were working $7 an hour minimum wage. They were still asking us for 1,000 to 15 for apartments, and yes, goods seemed like, but the money was like everything seemed low because everything was low. Like your $10 did go stronger because you know what I'm saying. But it was difficult, man, because we didn't have technology. If you wanted information, you had to go and figure it out and go get it. You couldn't just type it on a, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe that's what made us stronger. Maybe that is what made us who we are, is the fact that we had to go to the library. We had to go to, you know what I'm saying, different states to see different, you know what I'm saying? And it really felt different when you went to a different state. Now, because the mainstream everywhere feels and looks the same. And let's talk about the McDonald's. They look so down and just like a regular building. Big McDonald's back in the days, you would see the playpen, Ronald McDonald, or like his peoples, the purple thing, or burglar. They used, yo, it is what it is, y'all. You know what I mean? Yep, the dollar definitely did. War and Order. How you doing, Pa? I appreciate you jumping into this channel, man. My G stopping by the store, a little love. I appreciate you, yo. Beezy! Yo, let me go. It's Psycho. What up? Chrissy again, Nene, Christy. Of course, War and Order, BZ, Nene. Shout out everybody. I appreciate y'all love. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the respect. And thanks for being y'all. You know what I mean? Because if you wasn't y'all, this engagement wouldn't be flowing the way it does. You understand me, right? Give yourself credit because without y'all, I'm just talking to a damn phone. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just filming. I'm taking video shots and shit. But yeah, throw that arm up, man. I appreciate you, boy. You're a solid one, B. BBL. What up? What up? Wasn't that a weird phase, right? The BBL phase, man. And that's another thing. The trends, I don't know, man. I wish there was a trend of like, yo, a new trend, respect your neighbor and and do good in the world. Pick up. How about we do a challenge, pick up garbage challenge? You know what I mean? Like I wish it was like that, but instead, let's lick ice cream, put it back in the freezer section in your local supermarket. I think that's what we should be doing. But whatever. Random. We outside. We chilling. Uh, welcome to Zay Dollars channel. Here's my hospitality. I'm gonna lay out the rug and look at that beautiful view. Random. Peep that. I love it. I love it. Yo, I love. Yo, tell me not, y'all. Your 20s, your third, but after 30, you hit this little click, and you're like, yo, I respect namaste meditation, right? Like you just respect life better. Like, and I'm not saying we didn't before because we were smart, we knew, but there's a thing about, you know being your number, being your age, and I'm not afraid of it no more. You know what I mean? I used to be like, damn, I don't, you can't stop the father of time. He's always going to let them seconds tick. You have OGs in here with sense, well, aunties and uncles, maybe not OGs. What up, Chrissy? I appreciate you. And that's a fact. We got smart folk, random. Christy. That's why you that moderator, you heard? And one of my besties, you heard? But I appreciate everybody, man. It's cool. You guys always show me, respect, love, and gratitude, and that's all I could do, in return, be a mirror and show that back to y'all. If kids were corrected, things would be better. My 6'10" son still won't mess with me. See? And yo, Nene, that is not a like a one off, right? It's like there's a new theme where kids aren't even calling their moms no more. Yo, my G, look, me and my moms had our shit, but if if I ever spoke about her, it was always in a respectful manner. Yeah, I was homeless. Yeah, she, threw me out because of weed, and yeah, but back then we was looked at like it was crack cocaine. Tell me not, right? But he know better. Yup, that's a fact. But that's the thing, man. These kids, they like there used to be this respect line, especially with the mother. That's why they used to be like, "Yo, you a mama's boy," and it was like back then I would say kind of no sometimes, but then when I hit like 18, 17, I was like, "Yeah, I'm a mama's boy. Yeah, yeah." I love my moms to death. Remember, without mama, you would not have got pushed here. And I know Pops had his play too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just wild that these kids, the line of respect is just it withered away year by year. And then, these kids are looking at their parents more like friends as opposed to their 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 mother and father. You like Chrissy, you can't even discipline without the child protective services coming at your door, or your neighbor calling somebody because they heard screaming because you gave Bow City to somebody, to your kid. Like some of these kids, look, even your principal back then would be like, some kids just need a ass whooping. Some kids need stand in the corner. Some kids need the army or marines to discipline them better. Some kids need jail, sadly. It is what it is. There's only so much mom and papa could do. And now they almost like using it against their parents now. Oh, my mom is not around. Yeah, because she's working two jobs. Because you're on Xbox, you're 24 years old, and you're like, we can't blame our parents no more. There's only one person you could blame. Yes, your parents, are formulating your life in the beginning years, but once you're able to break out and hopefully do you, and don't mind helping moms come back and buy some groceries, hook her up a little bit. Moms is dealing with this world too. And remember, moms and pops was fed a different. Remember, each generation is filled with different brainwashing. And for some reason, they don't connect them. Like each generation got fucked bad in the brain, the brainium cranium. They had our parents 60s, 70s. They were woodstocking, smoking L's, acid, bugging out. Like, and those were the same doctors, the same lawyers, the same, they had their fun. But that's the thing, they let them have fun. Nowadays, once you turn 17, they want you in college, working, or boom, there's no stopping no more. And then by the time you 30, like the 20s is done, 30 is like that weird pressure bump where are you? Are you supposed to be where you want to be? Why are we? And then you're, like I said, don't listen to your brain, because for some reason your subconscious is like opposite of what you should be doing. It's weird. It makes you depressed. It tells you that you're doing wrong. Why haven't you accomplished anything at 29? You put so much fucking on your shoulders. You got a kid. Why aren't you there? All this shit. And then it's like time goes by if you're stuck in that depression zone. So try to shake it off and realize, like, and yo, I hate the comparison thing too. Yo, but my man is broke, so I'm doing better. Nah, nah, nah. Do you? Don't worry about your man. In fact, try to help your man if he is broke. You heard? That's what we try to do. I always made sure my nigga BZ was working. Me and him was the only workers. Everybody else was playing. Yeah, we had some niggas that went to college. We had some niggas that, their parents had the bread, so they were able to skate through life a little bit. Or maybe they had a crib, so they owned it, so they were Gucci, Poochie. But me and my son Doolery, yo, we was constantly working since 17, 16. And I'm not talking about, we had like horrible jobs that like you have to go in at 11 and leave at 7, like these weird hours. And I thought the night shift, I thought that was the better half. But let me tell you, night shift jobs are the worst, because by the time you get out, it's 7 in the morning. You eat your little breakfast. You try to do your laundry. You go to sleep. By the time you wake up, you back. You gotta go. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Random, random. I'm glad I took my father's advice. Work hard, retire early. That's a fact, Nene. I'm proud of you, ma. Everybody shout out Nene for doing the right things. You heard? You're not even mentioning the dads. There's a lot of deadbeats out there. There's so much put on the moms. That's a fact. But you got to also understand it's the mom's duty to do two things: choose the right father and do the right thing by it. A lot of women jump into, yo, shout out to the women that are trying to jump on child support now with no gigs out here. Now you definitely not getting a penny. Like some of y'all got too greedy. The man was like, "Look, I'll give you 500 a month, yo, ma. I got you." Nope, I want 1,000, nigga. I know what you making, nigga. I mean, I'm pocket watching, nigga. Don't pocket watch. Watch the kid. And then the flip side is, yo, ma, can I see my kid? Nope. Yo, ma, can I? No. Yo, babe. Yo, ma. Yo. Uh-huh. We got too much anger against each other that in order to raise a kid, you can't have this lingering anger. It is what it is. We broken up. Not mine. But for the kid, let the nigga come over. When I'm calling him, I got wrestling tickets. I got this. I got that. Let him come over. But no, women were like they very, it is what it is. And think about it. A lot of y'all just went for the paper, fucking up the whole family, man. How you think? How you think, yo, ladies? How you think a man feels when as soon as he gets a paper that says he's on child support? You think he gonna be like, I want to be the daddy now? And how about we talk about the daddies that been raising kids that now they got this mandatory DNA shit, finding out that them kids wasn't theirs? Do they get a refund? Nope. For some reason, the way the plight for man is not the same as women, man. Yes, men get raped. Yes, men things happen to men, but do we make a thing out of it? Do we have a podium saying to all men, we are so sorry that we're going? No, we just eat this shit and keep pushing. How about this one? Every time we break up from a relationship and we just be like, yo, keep everything. The man usually goes back and starts from zero. So if you was a nigga that had just 3 relationships in your life, you went zero 3 times. That is not fair. That is not fair. And I know women, men, that's the war that they wanted us to have. But it wasn't like that, man. It really wasn't. And now you fast forward to now, we just have this intimate anger for each other that is just no reason for. You don't even know me. Do men get mad when women are like, I want my man 6'2"? I'm 5'10", 11. Am I mad? No. But we take women as they are. That's the difference. Yo, baby girl, you working at McDonald's? I don't give a fuck. I love you. Not every man is making 6 figures. Not every man, yo, a famous story in the Bible. A woman was like, I want the perfect man. She got a knock on her door. It was 7 brothers. She was like, what is this, God? I asked for a perfect man. He said, not every man is perfect. That man is tall. That man is cute. That man has the ding-a-ling dance while you swing. That man is good with his hands. That man is good with his brain. That man is good with his heart. Not every man has, and it's sad to say, but we're living in a world too, y'all. It's so much harder sometimes. Just and look, women, you got it hard too. When you have the kid, that is an extreme, but that's why you're not supposed to bounce from the dude or make a better decision as to who the dude is you're choosing. And remember, you can't hold for a man who's 20 years old. I had my kid when I was like 22, 23. That's still a baby. I was supposed to build myself and I couldn't. I really couldn't build myself. And every time I did, I always had the haters watching, always trying to break my shine, always trying to break my shit down. What's he doing? Pocket watching. I don't pocket watch my baby moms. I don't do none of that. I let her live. She had a kid with another man. Did I buck out? I had one. I still have one. I appreciate you, Nene. I appreciate you for real. I gotta say there are two sides to the story because I went through this. My kid's father talking a lot of nonsense. That's not true. It is what it is, Chrissy. A lot of people make up stories, but the beautiful fact is, I got my boy QBZ, who was always there when I will call. Yo, can I have my kid? No, nigga, fuck all, nigga. Yeah. Okay, click. Right, buddy? Yo, and I'm so lucky. I had previous relationships that the women that I was with, even though they might hate me now, but they will be like, yo, your baby moms was some shit, yo. I'll be like, I don't know what I did. No, I wasn't with her when she had another kid. Nah. I remember that shake my head. I know, BZ. Remember I used to be crying? Yo, can I have my son? I got open crib. No. Are you chilling with a female? No. No, I'm not. No. Whoa. I know you know. But the difference is my mother woke up and my nigga BZ know the real. Cause I was with that nigga every day, B, for my life. And he used to see me just dealing with it, always dealing with it, working, you know what I'm saying, off the book job, on the book job, just getting my shit cut, like, moving, moving and grooving, man. And peep this, BZ. Am I on my baby mom YouTube talking this shit? Am I disrupting her life? Am I trying to fuck with? Think about it like that, y'all. Am I doing that to mine? No. I'm just here every morning trying to do me, hopefully get monetized, get to the paper, and do the right thing. You know what I mean? But I learned after 30 something, 37, Zay, I can't. I gotta do it for me, man. If I don't do it, I'm gonna just be living with my moms and shit. I gotta do it for me. That's the thing. Women always play that victim role. You know what I mean? Nope, not with Zay, because I know what I was doing exactly. By you remember them tears. You remember or the work I was putting in, working construction 3 in the morning till, you know what I'm saying, 3 in the afternoon. The thing don't open at 6 a.m. I'm leaving at 3 because of the train systems in New York. I was doing the best I can. And I wasn't sleeping with 1,000 girls like she thought. I would be in relationships with one female. Then I break up with them, then I'm on. I never cheated, never did none of that garbage. But the thing is, I'm not saying, you know, you dealing with a nigga with swag, you always think his mind is. My mind was wild different. Bye. Was nigga, we was in. She would hit me. I know you fucking with. Nigga, I'm in the studio with Papo. We trying to do our rap joint. No matter what I did, it was just not good enough. Women have these expectations of men. It's like, yo, I'm Zay. I'm Jose. You know what I'm saying? I'm Zay. I'm doing the best I can. And I love everybody else. I do the best I can. I tell everybody my experience. I don't cry about it. I just bite it and just keep it. Am I the best man? No. Did I have fault? Did I have mistakes? Yes. We were doing normal shit. Yo, there was niggas that was selling drugs, beating a woman, getting to see their kids before me. But it is what it is, man. And that's the thing. They don't think about like that. Like first the man gotta be good, then but if you pressuring the man, child support, this, that, then boom, bing, bang, he ain't gonna climb the ladder. All y'all seeing is the bread. Y'all forgot about it takes first of all, it takes a village to raise a kid, right? And the second thing is a kid need his dad, man. It don't matter if he's broke or not. But that's the thing. Y'all saw it like the man had to not be in a relationship and be a millionaire in order to see his kid and still have him on child support and still be able to call the cops and say, yo, he's doing, you know what I'm saying? Nene, I appreciate that, Nene. Yo, everybody, once again, God bless you, Christy. God bless you, Nene. God bless you, BZ. God bless everybody that be rocking with me. You know what I mean? Because this conversation is always just, I'm just trying to vibe and have a great one. But you know what I mean? Everybody has their own agenda and their own motives to how they want to address me. But it is what it is. I'm always tranquilo. I'm always calm about it. I know what I've done in life. I know how good I am too. I know my heart. That's the difference with y'all who look in the mirror and can't see this. You can't see your heart. You can't see the destruction you done to a kid because all you doing is revenge against the dad. But you know, time goes, man. The kid is able to grow up and leave the nest and be able to see Papa Dookie. You heard? And that's the yo. Me and BZ used to just be like this. I can't wait till my kid is 18, man, because I can't. Once our kid was 18, yo, where you at, dad? Yo, kissing me, love it, like what? And yes, we have to build. Yes, it's a growing time. Yes, there's a lot to overcome. But at the same time, y'all putting too much on it, like too much extra that don't need to be. Meanwhile, you with a nigga that rocking your jaw and acting crazy in front of my kid. We know everything. The streets was talking. We know everything. But that's the thing. I wasn't addressing it. I wasn't like, Ma, you see, Ma, look, Ma. My mother one day woke up. She was like, damn, now I know what you was dealing with now, Pa. I was like, what? What happened? She was like, I called and it just got crazy. And nobody talk about what did Zay do for his baby moms. I got a gig at my mom's office. Yo, if she never met me as a human, Shorty lived in the boogie. The job is in the Bronx. You really think that never would have happened? Making 50, 60K a year. Do I go to her job trying to fuck with her job? Do I go to the office wilding? No. You know what I mean? I just sat back and just did what I had to do. But it is what it is. My nigga BZ know the damn real, man. My exes, Lisa, Alex, all of them, they all know the drill. You know what I mean? And Christy, do me a favor. Can you block Chrissy RJ? I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that goofy shit. Just get her the fuck out of here, please. This shit is just corny as hell, B. Y'all know how I come on my live, doing my thing, happy, glorifying Lord, telling y'all to motivate yourselves, telling y'all to go get it, do y'all. Like, what? I'm only one man. I don't care what you receipts you do. I don't care. You could post whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. That shit don't mean nothing to me. It don't. And that's the difference. You mess with a nigga that really don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck about you for a long time. I kept it pushing. My nigga Beezy know. Christy, get this fucking clown out of here, please. I don't give a fuck what I was doing. Right now, what I'm doing is what I'm doing. You the one on my joint. You following my movements. You wondering what Zay's doing. I don't give a damn what you doing. And that's the shit that hurts the most, man. All I cared for was my juju, man. Putting things in his head, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why? She don't give a fuck about you too. She don't care. She don't care. What you trying to ruin my? What you trying? You think? Oh, he was a deadbeat. Oh, he wasn't doing. She don't care, nigga. She don't care, B. Do all you want, ma. Do the best you can. That's what I mean, bees. Paper, only you know. You been in my life, nigga. Thank you, Nene. Block her. Get her out of here. Get her out of here, bro. Always fucking with my vibes, man. And you're not gonna do it no more. You had me tearing for my son for years. That didn't work. You know what I mean? You moved on. I gave you that. And that's the thing. By then we let them move on. Why the fuck they still bothering us? I'm 43. My kid is 20. She had him go to college so he could still, do the child. Yo, they gonna make a law. They gonna change all of that. They gonna change all of that. I'm not afraid. I owe like 60, whatever. I don't give a fuck. My kid comes to my mom's crib. As long as they have a relationship, he does the right thing. Nah, kick her, man. Get her out of here. Don't. Yo, what? Switch stuff fast. Remember that? Yo, I know your baby moms. I know that. Yo, congratulations, all that. That's what I dealt with in real time, y'all. The weird what's that called? But like, what's that like when people are just like just yo yo. One of my exes know the drill, man. I called. Yo, I got tickets to go see wrestling. The day of the damn event, yo, we gonna go pick him up. And nope, yo, that was all my life. And the thing is, I was happy. Yo, I never try to be alone, so people could see this in live time. So I was always with BZ. I was always with that man because we were both dealing with the same issue almost. We were good men that laid with a female that instead of just having a kid and letting us do, they try to drag us through the mud. Try to drag every one of my relationships through the mud. Try to think that old shit is gonna make a new woman leave me. Why would you want me to be brokenhearted? Why the fuck that I'm telling everybody on my live I love my wife and I'm so happy that you want to do that? Have your wife call. Why? Like tell me that. I left fucking New York. Leave me alone. I'm not on drugs. I don't bother you. You got two kids, one with another man that you gotta worry about. Stop worrying about Zay. Stop having this always be about money. Is my son alive? Is he in college? Is he doing well? He's great. He's physically fit. He's amazing. He has the brain of a fucking genius. I love him to death. Why does everything have to revolve around money that she wasn't putting towards him? Paying bills with it, doing this, doing sneaky shit. Like I don't care what victimhood you playing, ma, but I know the drill because I lived through it. And I closed that door of pain. I left that where it was because that's all it was pain. Who wants to engage with a human being that don't want to do nothing but cause you pain? Try to get me arrested, try to fuck me over with the chop. Like, yeah, yo, yo, Pepo, I was homeless. Working, I always had a job when I was homeless though. And homeless is I'm sleeping on benches, trains, on my niggas' couches, wherever I could sleep, I slept. Homeless. Wanted me to do the world. I told her, I was like, yo, take me off this so I could stack my bread properly. They taking too much. Nope. So I had to deal with it. I dealt with it right. But am I on her page? Am I am I I don't bother her. I text my son every day, yo, pa, I love you. He texted me maybe 2 days later, I love you too, dad. I hope to see you one day. What up, Alex? Yo, Alex is guy. What up, bye? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I hope you're doing good. I hope you living. But damn, man, people don't understand. Yo, when a nigga has so much pain, he's usually the happiest nigga. I tell you that one for real, off of real experience. When a nigga is happy like me, that's because inside I'm internally dying. I can't figure it out why people want me to be hurting. I'm such a good kid. I'm such a good person. I don't cause no harm to nobody. I'm not malicious. I'm not revengeful. I don't do evil things and I don't have hidden agendas. If I have money, I would give it to the world. If I have a sweater, take it off my back and wear it. That's the type of person I am. I'm the type of person to fly from New York all the way to California for a woman that I truly fell in love with. And what is she trying to do? Break that up, fuck my shit up. But what she's gonna say? Nothing. I wasn't a felon. I'm not an evil nigga. I already told her that I have a child and I have child support. I don't lie. But damn, it's fucking 7, 8 in the morning. It's 8 in the morning. Like, wonder why I have you blocked. Like, you can't even just have a conversation. Yes, we had our thing, but we broke up a long time ago. There's nothing else besides my son that we should be discussing and how great he's doing. How come she didn't do that? Tell me that, y'all. How come she didn't be like, yo, Justin's doing great in college though. Oh, I know but and he grew up to be a great man. No, she don't want to give me that little 2% credit, and I'm not trying to take any credit, y'all. My son is my son. But I'm in Cali now. I gotta do me. I've been doing them. Look where I had my life. Homeless, fucked up, no money, always fucking dying, always. I couldn't live like that. That's a fact. And genuinely a good kid. I joke, I laugh, I bug out. When I leave this live, there's not another Zay that clicks in. There's no when my wife comes home, yo, you fucking bitch, yo, what the fuck, yo? No, it's still Zay. Babe, what's up? Mwah, I love you, babe. Not that many men are able to go on their Instagram and put their wife all over. Not that many men put their wife on Facebook and fuck the Facebook, even on my lives. I address it. I could have just been like, yo, this is Zay, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, yo, what up, y'all? I always end the video, yo, she's helping me, she's changing my life, but finally I'm happy. And I've been telling all of y'all this. I'm happy finally. Hey, what's up, Jay? I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Um, if you don't know, I really do like the Yankees a lot. Got it on my hand, and this ain't no gang shit. It's for the New York Yankees. Facts. That's fact. Yo, I appreciate you, Alex is God. You was always a cool one too. RM. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? And yo, Nened, Christy, uh, wife. This is nothing against women. Because when it's just me and y'all, I never DM Nened. I never DM Christy. I never say anything sexually inappropriate to them. I respect them as women. I see what they say. We laugh, we joke, we have fun, and we have a chemistry. We have our vidadadabs. But don't come in here trying to, salt bay my room. Get out of here, man. And who does that? My brain goes, who does that? Why are you so bitter? Like, what did I do to you that you're so bitter? There's millions of men out here that they immediately call a deadbeat because they're not paying that child support on time. But then in 1 minute is there's no jobs. It's hard to find work. But then it's like, yeah, but you got to pay. You got to do your thing. It's a loophole. And then if you see on your when you pay, there's a percentage that goes to the government. So they're making it's all about money. They invented it in the 70s. It wasn't a thing in the 60s, 50s, 40s, or 30s. Men used to just really leave their woman. I didn't leave. I left you, but I wanted my son with me. But I'm sorry, y'all. I appreciate everybody rocking with the kid. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's life. I understand life. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna, hold it against her. It is what it is. That she still has these emotions and feelings. That's on her. But me, I'm enjoying life to the fullest, man. I'm happily, you know what I'm saying, involved, and and I'm just, grateful to be part of somebody who just loves me the way she does. We're married, you know what I'm saying? Like, and yo, this ain't my second, my third, my fourth. This is my first. I made sure to choose the right woman. And it's nothing, and I'm not on here like, yo, all my ex females were corny, yo, fuck them bitches, yo. I don't do none of that. I don't even get personal like that. We talk about sports, we talk about life, we talk about educating ourselves, we talk about meditating, we talk about the gems and the jewels we could share with each other in order for us to prosper, not go backwards. What is your end goal? Me in jail? Ooh, then what? Then what? You want me to get my ass beat by, like, then what? What else do you want from me? You want my soul? I can't give you that. I love myself too much to allow you to take that. I'm looking for work. I'm trying the best I can. But there's so much going on that, like, the world is spinning at the same time, yeah. And yes, there's some men that are working amazing jobs and won't give a cent to their kid. We're not talking about that. But the difference is, I was working a minimum job, and y'all were taking high rise paper from me. And then every time I went back to the Bronx to change my whatever, so yo, I tried, man. But I also knew one thing: when I separated myself from her, like, put that dotted line, my life started getting better, man. It took a while to get back my happiness and to be this, man. Yes, I've always been Zay, but there was a point where me and Paper was just smoking L's after L's, man. Alex, happy born day, happy belated born day. I'm sorry. It is, Christy, but you ain't gonna see a tear from me, you know what I'm saying? Zay, you never had to go off in here. She just wanted to piss you off. I know, Nene. You always right, ma. I always appreciate you guys, you know what I mean? And it's always great to have people that feel my plight and know that I'm not, BSing or just lying to y'all. I'm really not a bad person. I'm cool people's. Like, that's just it. Maybe that's what bothers her, that I could always be in a realm of finding people to just chill with. But am I on here? Do I ever discuss her? Do I ever when I discuss my son, it's I love my son Juju. I don't even say his real name. I love him to death. I got a DM from her. Yo, you better not say nothing on your YouTube shit, cause I'ma pop on in there and tell niggas what the fuck. I'm like, what is you? I haven't seen you in fucking 30, 24, 28. Like, what is wrong? Like, yo. But yo, thank you guys for fucking rocking with me. I appreciate you guys. I needed you guys right now. Um, I'm going through a lot. It's just it's sad. It's fucked up. I'm trying my hardest, y'all. I really am. Um, you know, just love each other. Be happy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what else to do anymore, y'all. I'm trying. I don't ask anybody to help. I don't ask. I just do what I gotta do. And thank you for rocking with the kid. I appreciate y'all. Random. $8, $8. Peace.